you guys know about the valve outside, the post indicator valve that shuts the whole system down from within. So everything's fed from the fire pump. So in case of an emergency, all the floors, anything that's down in the basement is going to be this system. So if something happens down there, of course you want to shut your control valve down, shut this down, and then open the drain here so let the water out and see your gauge go down. And this is strictly the first floor, and this is from the second floor up to the top, to the penthouse up there. This is the standpipe system. But you can shut it down here, but it's easier like from the second and third floor and all that, to shut it down in the stairwell. Okay. You know, you shut the stairwell down and drain it there instead of you messing with all this. And this is just this dry system, it's just, it's water up to here, and this is just all air. It's a dry system, it's only feeding 2 sprinkler heads in that NMR room.
Okay.
So anything happens in the NMR room, you know what's this system? Most of the time it happens on dry systems is the air compressor gets shut off or something like that, and it'll end up losing air pressure over time, and it'll trip the valve, and it'll send off an alarm, and then you come in here and you'll know because the gauges will be, both of them will be pegged. You'll have some water coming out of the velocity check over there, but it's a pretty standard system, just wet systems. But same thing, first floor standpipe, you shut the whole standpipe down by here, by this. Or if you wanted to, you want to shut the whole building down, you can shut one of these big valves here down. Any one of them, that valve, this valve, will shut the whole building down. Okay. And all this other pipes to test the fire pump, you got your test header with your gauge, your flow meter on it already right there. But once a year, you're supposed to flow it with the actual hoses through your test header that's piped outside. But that's, you know, that's for the fire sprinkler company to be doing that.
Okay. Yes.
But, and then if something happens, and of course your fire pump's going to kick on, you want to come turn your pump off. Shut your pump off, fill it down, drain it down. It's like any other system you guys got, I'm sure. They've got them all every building. Yeah, so that's it. Just comes in. It looks like a lot of stuff. Just the way it fit in here, it's just a common. Comes in the underground through the back of the dinner, through the fire pump, and the fire pump feeds your basement, first floor, and that just feeds the entire standpipe up. And then the little dry system to that NMR room. Same thing. Any system you want to shut down, you can shut it right here.
So to restore this from air up, is there another place to drain that? Let's say if this goes out and the alarm goes off and I think trips and restore this water.
Yeah, no, it'll all drain back to right here.
Oh, okay.
It'll all drain back to this main drain right here.
Okay.
Yep.
It'll do that itself.
No, you still gotta shut it down.
Okay.
You gotta drain the water out of it. You gotta reset your valve here by pushing in this deal here. The deal here, the capper will boop. And then you turn the air back on, it'll restore the air, it'll get your air pressure built back up. And then you turn your water back on, you'll be back in service.
Turn it on slowly though.
You're not doing
Don't just wind up in the
it. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. It'll hold it. They say to turn it on slow, but nothing will happen. And that's it. If you want to take a look at the stairwell, that way, when you like, if anybody's working on any floor, it's better just to shut the stairwell off and drain that instead of draining it from here.
right.
And it has another drain going on the side over there.
Grab the space.
They'll shut the valve down and just shut the water off, but no one ever opens the drain valve.
Right.
And so in big systems, they'll make a lot of mess.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So the main thing is to just shut it down and get that drain opened up full throttle and get that water out of the building. It makes less of a mess. Yeah, I went to a fire the other day at a San Diego casino. Here, the standpipe's going straight up. The T comes off. This is the valve to shut this floor down. It just comes in, feeds this floor only. So anytime anybody's working on the second floor, they shut it down here, drain in here. Your gauge will go down to 0. You're ready to work. Same thing all the way up, but all typical.
Okay. And all in this stairwell.
All in this stairwell. Yes, sir.